Hello and welcome to this video about the US presidents who have faced impeachment. Impeachment is a process by which Congress can charge a president or other federal official with misconduct and remove them from office. The Constitution states that the president can be impeached for treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. The House of Representatives has the sole power to impeach, which means to formally accuse the president of wrongdoing. The Senate has the sole power to try the impeachment, which means to hold a trial and decide whether to convict or acquit the president. If convicted, a president can be removed from office or disqualified from running for public office in the future. Only 3 presidents have been impeached: Andrew Johnson in 1868, Bill Clinton in 1998, Donald Trump in 2019 and 2021. Donald Trump was impeached twice during his single term. No president has ever been convicted. In this video, we will take a look at each of these presidents and how impeachment affected their lives. The first president to be impeached was Andrew Johnson, who became president after Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in 1865. Johnson was a Democrat who favored a lenient approach to Reconstruction, the process of reuniting the nation after the Civil War. He clashed with the Republican-controlled Congress, which wanted to protect the rights of freed slaves and punish the former Confederate states. The main cause of his impeachment was his violation of the Tenure of Office Act, a law that prohibited him from firing certain cabinet members without Senate approval. He defied this law by dismissing his Secretary of War, Edwin Stanton, who was loyal to Congress. The House impeached him on 11 articles of impeachment, mostly related to his abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. The Senate trial lasted for 3 months, and featured dramatic testimony from witnesses and lawyers on both sides. The final vote was 35-19 in favor of conviction, 1 vote short of the 2/3 majority required to remove him from office. Johnson remained president until 1869, but he lost most of his political influence and support. He later returned to the Senate as a senator from Tennessee in 1875, but he died shortly after. The second president to be impeached was Bill Clinton, who was elected in 1992 and re-elected in 1996. Clinton was a Democrat who presided over a period of economic prosperity and social change. He also faced several scandals and investigations during his presidency, most notably involving his affair with Monica Lewinsky, a White House intern. The main cause of his impeachment was his lying under oath and obstructing justice about his relationship with Lewinsky, which he initially denied but later admitted. The House impeached him on 2 articles of impeachment: perjury and obstruction of justice. The Senate trial lasted for 5 weeks, and featured videotaped testimony from Clinton and Lewinsky, as well as arguments from lawyers on both sides. The final vote was 55-45 against conviction on perjury and 50-50 on obstruction of justice, far short of the 2/3 majority required to remove him from office. Clinton remained president until 2001, but he apologized for his actions and faced public criticism and legal consequences. He also lost his law license for 5 years and paid a fine for contempt of court. He later became a popular figure in the Democratic Party and a global humanitarian leader. The third president to be impeached was Donald Trump, who was elected in 2016 and defeated in 2020. Trump was a Republican who promised to make America great again by pursuing an unconventional and controversial agenda on domestic and foreign policy. He also faced many controversies and challenges during his presidency, most notably involving his dealings with Ukraine and his role in inciting a violent mob to storm the U.S. Capitol. The main cause of his first impeachment was his abuse of power and obstruction of Congress related to his pressure on Ukraine to investigate his political rival Joe Biden and his son Hunter Biden ahead of the 2020 election. The House impeached him on 2 articles of impeachment: abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. The Senate trial lasted for 2 weeks, and featured no witnesses but only arguments from lawyers on both sides. The final vote was 52-48 against conviction on abuse of power and 53-47 on obstruction of Congress, short of the 2/3 majority required to remove him from office. Trump remained president until 2021, but he faced widespread condemnation and impeachment for his second impeachment. The main cause of his second impeachment was his incitement of insurrection related to his false claims of election fraud and his encouragement of his supporters to disrupt the certification of Biden's victory in Congress. The House impeached him on 1 article of impeachment: incitement of insurrection. The Senate trial is still ongoing, and it is unclear whether there will be any witnesses or evidence presented. The final vote is expected to be soon, but it is unlikely that enough Republicans will join the Democrats to convict him and bar him from holding public office again. Trump is no longer president, but he remains a powerful and divisive figure in the Republican Party and the country. In conclusion, impeachment is a rare and serious process that can have lasting effects on the presidents who face it and the nation that witnesses it. Each of the impeached presidents had different reasons, trials, and outcomes for their impeachments, but they all faced political, legal, and historical consequences for their actions. Impeachment can also reflect the state of the nation's democracy, values, and institutions, as well as the public's opinion and participation. What do you think of impeachment as a tool to hold presidents accountable? What are the benefits and drawbacks of impeachment? How do you evaluate the impeachments of Johnson, Clinton, and Trump? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content.